Hey everybody, this is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Welcome to a new playthrough video. Today I am going to be playing this game, Star Realms. This is called the Nova Deluxe Box. I got this for a birthday gift a year or two ago, I can't remember. But Star Realms is from Wise Wizard Games, formerly White Wizard Games, now they're Wise Wizard Games. And I've played this game since it was released. I asked for this for a birthday because this was a special release that came with foil cards. All the cards were released with this shiny foil 3D effect. So I want to go ahead and show you how this game plays in case you've never played it. You can play it solo. You can play it team. You can play it player versus player, up to I think four players, everyone, King of the Hill type games. So the way this plays is you have now this board. You can get mats and things to sort of tell you where the cards go, but this is the trade deck. All right, there are factions in this game. There are four of them. There's the Blobs, the Trade Federation, the Machine Cult, and the Star Empire, and they're all represented by these symbols like star, red, green, or blue. You start out with a hand of 8 scouts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I thought it was 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 vipers. So I'm missing a scout somewhere. I'll have to get another scout. You start out with a hand size of 10. And you're going to use these cards over time to buy things that will help your let me get into here, personal deck 2. Let me just get one of these. Okay, so I need another thing. All right. Okay, so now I've got my 10 cards. 8 scouts, 2 vipers. The scouts have 1 gold coin here, and the vipers have 1 red damage. And obviously, as it sounds, the red is what you do to do damage to the enemy, and the yellow is how you buy cards. So you shuffle up your deck real good. Over here to the left, I have Explorers. They cost 2 coins initially, but when you draw them, they give you 2 coins of purchase power. Whereas not the Vipers, what do you call it? The Scouts only give you 1 coin. This trade deck right here, you're always going to have 5 cards out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I shuffled this really well, and you'll see there's 2 here. It's because these are all sleeved, and this thing is so high. When this one's gone, I'll break into this one. I am going to be playing a solo game today, but the way I attack the enemy is, and the way I buy cards is the same whether you're playing versus an opponent or playing cooperative versus, say, an AI enemy. Today I'm going to be playing against the Pirates of the Dark Star. They start out with 25 health, which is dialed in here. I start out with 50, which may sound unfair, but trust me, it's fair. The enemy always has really devastating attacks. And the way this works is, if you're playing beginner, which is what I'm going to do today to show you, you get 3 turns before the enemy takes a turn, and then it goes back and forth. So I'll get 3 chances to build my deck, and then the game really starts. So the way this works is, all these cards out here, they have a cost. 4, 1, 6, 1, 5. They also have factions. These are the gold, which is the Star Empire. The red is the Machine Cult. And the blue is the Trade Federation. There are no blobs out here. The blob is like this alien race. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to buy cards to build my deck. And you're always going to have 5 cards in your hand. And if you have any cards left at the end of your turn, they discard and you draw back up. You always have 5. And if you ever draw up to 5 but you don't have enough, you shuffle your discard pile. And when you buy something, it immediately goes into your discard pile, unless it says something on the card that it goes into play immediately. And I don't think there are any like that in the basic game. Now, most of these cards, they'll either give you damage. So when you play cards, you're adding up a total amount of damage you're going to do or a total amount of gold coins you're going to do to buy. Sometimes they have this green one, which heals your health. Sometimes they have a combination of them. Sometimes they also have text, which tells you get to do something special. Now, most of the cards are ships that you'll play. They'll either give you gold or they'll give you damage. But there are some rare cases, like this one right here. This is a 4-cost card, but this is a base. Bases come in 2 types, silver shield and black shield. The silver shield, it will go up, if I draw it, I can play it, and it gives me a certain amount of defense equal to that shield number. But the enemy can always attack me and go around the shield if it wants, unless it's a black shield. If it's a black shield, it's called an outpost. And an outpost must always be attacked first. It protects everything behind it. So even though this isn't a black outpost shield, it still offers some protection, especially against the AI, because the rules for the AI are it will always try to attack outposts and get rid of them before it does damage internally to you. So there are some special rules for this scenario, and we'll get to them when we get to them. All right, so let me go ahead and do this. I'm going to draw my first 5 cards. Now remember, there's only 2 damaging cards in here, so the odds are that I'll draw all scouts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And remember, I have 5 left here. It's 10 total. So I've got a gold, ooh, I got a damage, and 4. So I've got 4 spend and 1 damage. All right, well, I'll go ahead and spend the damage to peg him for a damage. So he's down to 24. Like that. That's how easy that is. And with the 4, I could buy this one for 1. This one's a 1. This one's a 5. I can't afford it. I could buy this one. I'm really wanting damage cards this early in the game. I can't afford this guy, but I can't afford this one, which will do 2 damage, and the target opponent discards a card. When that happens, I draw a card from... The enemy doesn't keep a hand when you're playing a solo game. So when you're forced to discard a card, you draw a card from here, and then you discard it. It goes into a discard pile. Okay, let's see. With this 4, I'm going to go ahead and buy the shield. I mean the barter world, because this card is going to disappear anyway. Because when it comes to the turn here, the last card will always be discarded to the AI. And the number of cards is how much damage they will do on your turn. So if I can keep cards from going here, obviously that would be good. So this one I'm going to buy. The last card does not, and it goes into my discard face up. So I know that. I spent my 4, so these go into the discard. And now that is the end of the turn. Now you always... you don't refill the space when it happens. Instead, everything slides down. Actually, hold on. Let me double check that. So, for each player remaining in the game, scrap 1 card and draw it furthest from the deck. Do not replace card. All right, it's not the boss's turn yet. The normal rule is that you refill it. So it goes like this. All right. So that's the normal rule. And now it's my turn. Remember, for the first 3 rounds, he doesn't do anything. This allows me to build up my deck a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. I should have 1 damage in here. I do. And 4 spend. So I'll go ahead and spin this to lower him by a point. And with my 4, here is a black shield, but it costs 5. So I don't have enough to buy yet. So what I want to do is, I know you can always look through your discard and see what you've purchased previously. I purchased a blue. Why does that matter? Well, cards have what's called they have a normal, the first top line is what they do. Like this one will do 3 damage. But the line below it is additional damage if it has an ally card, and it'll have the color that you need in order to trigger this. So this one is yellow. So if I play a yellow card, and then I play this one, I have a yellow ally out, so the bonus feature gets triggered. So right now, I already see that I've got an Imperial Fighter that does 2 damage. This one's a shield that does 3, but if I ever play an ally of yellow, I'll get an additional 4. So my strategy right now is I want to try and buy these yellow cards. So I'm going to spend the 1 to buy this one. I'm going to spend this one to buy this red card to, actually, hold on. Before you do that, you always, when you buy a card, always refill. Remember, the Explorers cost 2. I want to go ahead and buy an Explorer card, and that leaves me with 1 left, which I can only buy this one. And it's a Black Shield also, 6 cost. All right, that is round 2. We'll do round 3. I have to shuffle because I have no more cards to deal out. And now, in this deck that I'm shuffling, remember I have, what, 3 new cards that I've purchased plus my starting cards. So hopefully I'll draw at least one of those new cards and get it in play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, there we go. I've got 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. Okay, so no damage this turn. And remember, this is the 3rd round. So after this turn, then the enemy will go after my next turn. All right, with this 5, I am going to buy this one. Cost of 5. It is a black outpost, so the enemy will have to go through this first. I put it in my discard along with all 5 of these, and that is the end of my turn. This gets refilled. Now that is the end of the 3rd round. Now the enemy will start going, and it says I get 3 turns before it goes. I'm pretty sure that's what it said. So it is now this turn. All right, so on the enemy's turn, here's how it plays. You take the last card from the furthest card from the trade deck. You discard it. It goes here, okay? All these slide down. A new card is revealed. This new card, you take the symbol on it. It's yellow. It's the not the trade, I always forget the faction. It's the Star Empire. And then you look on the card of the bad guy, and depending on the color, it will tell you to do something. In this case, it says the boss attacks with damage equal to 2 times the cost of this card. This hurts. This card is 8. So it's going to do 16 damage plus this one, 17. I have no shields out. So I go from 50 down to 33, just like that. Just like that. So I need to get some cards out. That was a really, you were hoping that this is like a 1 cost or a 2 cost. An 8 cost card. My luck did not do well on that turn. All right. And then it says that player also must discard 2. Well, I have to draw my 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, it doesn't say randomly, so I do get to pick the 5 that I discard. I don't want to discard the fighter. I need to discard 2. So I'll discard 2 scouts. They're gone. And that leaves me with an Imperial fighter. And it says target opponent discards a card. Well, I take the top card and I discard it. This was a cost of 3. So it goes into, I think it goes into the scrap heap. When you discard it, it's just gone. I also do 2 damage. It doesn't have any shields, so it's down to 21. And that card is gone. Now, I don't have a yellow ally out, so I don't get the bonus 2, but that's okay. And now I've got I've got 3, a spend of 3. I really like that one. Because this one says, whenever you play a ship, gain 1 fight. So that's pretty cool. I can only buy this one or an Explorer. And this one is a missile bot, which does 2 damage, and it says you may scrap a card in your hand or discard pile when you play it. Why would you want to scrap a card in your hand or discard? Well, you might want to get rid of these low-cost ones, like these 1-cost scouts, so that you have a higher likelihood of pulling the 2-cost Explorers. I will buy this for 2, and we'll refill this. And I can't afford that, so this goes to waste. I can't do anything with it. That is the end of my turn. I draw my 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I have to shuffle because I don't have enough cards. And what do I need? I need to just draw 1. So let me shuffle a couple more times. All right, and then I'll draw this one. Let me see what I got. I know I got the outpost. I got that. And I got the missile bot. Okay, so I've got my hand. Now, remember, this one goes away. Everything shifts. And then this card comes out. That is a 4 Outpost Yellows. That's another good one for me to buy. I really want that one. I revealed a 4-cost yellow. So again, the boss attacks you with damage equal to 2 times the cost. That's 8. And there's 2 cards, 9, 10. I am down to 23. Ugh. All right, that is the end of that. Man. Let's see what I got. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get my barter world out. Now, I don't pay the cost to play it. I just play anything I can in my hand. I'm going to play that. It gives me 2 heal or 2 gold. I'll play the Missile Bot, the Viper, the Trade Bot, which is red. I've got 2 reds out. So now I've got 2 ally cards so I can use their allies ability. So got a lot of damage here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 damage. 8 damage. I've got 1 gold coin, and I can heal 2 or get 2 bonus coins with the barter world. Now, here's a risk I could take. On many cards, you'll see this little trash can emblem right here. Next to it is a bonus you get if you trash that card. If you trash it, it goes into the scrap heap. Cannot come back into play. It does not go into your discard. This one says, if I scrap it, I get 5 bonus damage. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13. I am going to scrap this against my better judgment. Actually, I can use this first. I'm going to get 3 purchase. I needed 4 to get that one. I'll go ahead and heal for 2. I'm going to bump it up to 25. And then I will scrap it along with, along with these, and I get that, what did I say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus 13 damage. I've used 13 damage. This one will go away. I don't get anything. However, it says you may scrap a card in your hand or discard. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do the 13 damage, which knocks this down to 8. It was at 23. It was at 21. I did 13 damage. Yeah, 8. Okay. Can't do basic math today. It is down to 8 health. All right. It is its turn. This one goes here. These shift. I didn't buy anything that round. And we reveal a green card. The blobs have shown. All right. The green says the boss attacks with damage equal to 3 times the cost. Normally that would be a really bad card, but this was a 1-cost card. So 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. I'm down to 19. I have no shields, remember? So I'm down to 19. And I need to, and that's it for that turn. I need to draw my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hoping to finish these pirates off right now. I've got 1, 2 cost, 3, 4 cost, which is not good. So it looks like it's going to go another round. I have 2 damage, and target opponent discards a card. Well, I take this, cost of 3. This goes into the scrap heap. I do 2 damage to it, so it's down to 6. And this goes away, and I've got 4 spend. 4 spend will get me this one, which is an outpost with 4, and it's a black shield. So the enemy would have to destroy this before it did any damage to me. But unfortunately, it goes into my discard pile, and it will not come up in my next hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one stays. So it is now the, this gets replaced. And then this goes away, and then everything shifts. And we reveal a yellow card, and it's a 4 cost, so it's damage equal to 2 times, so it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I am down to 7. 7. All right. Game's getting hot here. 7 to 6. All right, let me see what I got. Do I have enough damage? I believe I do not. Oh, I do. All right. All right, so I have three scouts for 3 spend, 4, 5. I'll go ahead and spend those 5 to get me this battle barge, which does 5 damage, although it won't come into play because I'm getting ready to end the game. But remember, I have this discard for 2 damage, and this one does 3 damage, so I'm doing a total of 5 damage to it. It's down to 1 health, and I think it may win. I draw 1. Let me shuffle these. If it does more than 7 damage, it's going to beat me. I thought I had it. I really did think I had. It was an ally card to give me bonus, and I didn't have a yellow ally out. So this could be bad. Hopefully I draw a 1 card. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my hand. Let's refill it. It is a green. Green. The boss attacks you equal to 3 times the cost. The cost is 3, that's 9 damage, and that is enough to kill me with my 7 health. So there we go. I did lose. I thought I had this game in the hand. Oh, well, that's all right. So what's really cool about this game is after you play, it's so easy to reset the game. You just count out your scouts and your vipers, and everything else gets shuffled back in. Explorers go back here, and everything else should be back in your hand. You put this back in the deck, shuffle this, shuffle these back into the trade deck, including any scrapped cards, except you keep any scrap cards that are yours, you keep. And the explorers never get shuffled. And let's see what these are. These all should go back in there too. Yep. And that's it. Make sure you have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's play again. We got time. So let me play another round. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm just going to shuffle these. And you know what I'll do? I'll just bring this deck into play. When you're playing solo, you tend to not go through the whole trade deck, but when you're playing with another opponent or two, the trade deck can really start hammering away. All right, I'm going to reset my health to 50. Man, that first hit is what really took me out of the game. That 8 cost card times 2 damage. Reset this one to 25, and we are ready to go again, just like that. All right, let's do this. I will shuffle my deck. Draw my 5. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull out the trade deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. No shields yet. And 5. Well, nope. Yep. Oh, a 3 cost with 5 shield. That one's gonna be mine. All right. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do this time around. I'm going to play the intermediate level. Which the intermediate solo level, I only get 2. Let me make sure I've got this right. But player takes 2 turns before the boss's first turn. Okay, so I get 2 turns. All right, so let's see. I've got 1, 2, 4 price, 4 spend, and 1 damage. I'll go ahead and do the damage. And with the 4 cost, I will buy this shield for 3. And that only leaves me with a 1. And there is nothing that costs 1, so this card goes to waste. That was my first round. Second turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be the exact same thing. 4 spend and 1 damage. So I'll do the damage. And with the 4 spend, I can get the Imperial Frigate for 3. But then I won't have enough to buy an Explorer. But that Imperial Frigate is nice because it does 4 damage. Let's do that. I'll take this 3 for 3, and I have 1 left over. And this might be a 1. It's not. So this one goes away, and now it is the enemy's turn. All right. So remember, this card goes here. You slide these down, and then you reveal. It's a yellow, which is 2 times the printed cost. The printed cost is 2, so it does 5 damage to me. So I'm down to 45. Just like that. All right. I don't have any more cards, so I need to shuffle my deck. I play this a lot with my young son. He's very good at this game. We're about equal. It's a 50. I don't know. I would say sometimes he gets on a tear. He's very analytical, logical in his thinking, and he usually does very well against me in this game. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really like the versions of this game where you can play cooperatively against a boss. Not just this one, but there are other scenarios that you can play. All right, 1, 2, 3. Once again, only 1 damage and 4 spend. With that 4 spend, I want to build up my, oh, that's bad. That's a 5 damage card for a cost of 6, but it's going to go away. So I will buy this one for 2. Refill. A cutter for 2, or I buy an explorer. Let's buy the cutter for 2. I like that card. It's got 4 heal and 2 gold, not either or, but both. And that is the end of my turn. I draw back up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to get my shields out finally. All right. This card goes away. So base 2 damage. Everything shifts. Oh, I forgot to fill that card, didn't I, when I bought it. And then this card comes out. It's green. Everything would have shifted. Yes, that's right. So green is 3 times the cost. It's a 2-cost card, so that's 6, 7, 8. So I'm down to 37. 37, and it's my turn. All right. I've got 3 spend. Finally got a shield out, which is great. It takes 5 damage to destroy it, and then but it has to attack my battle station first. The battle station is red, and I played a yellow Imperial frigate, so there's no ally stuff here. This one says target must discard a card. So you just take this, which is a 4 cost, and you put it in the scrap heap. But it does give me 4 base damage, and the battle station gives me 5, but only if I destroy it, and I'm not going to do that. So 9 damage, though, against 22 would knock it down to 13. But on his next turn, he's going to do 2 damage. I'm going to keep it. I will use the frigate to damage him for 4. That knocks him down to 18. He's at 18. And what is it? 3 spend. I can get, what is this? This is a Fortress, Oblivion. It's a 4 outpost, so it defends me. If you played a base this turn, including this one, you may scrap a card in your hand. I'm going to take this one. All right, so I take that one, refill, and I'm not going to do anything with my battle station, and so my turn is done. This one goes here. Everything shifts. And, oh, a blue. The boss attacks with damage and gains health, both equal to 2 times the cost. The cost is 4. So 2 times 4 is 8. It's going to go back up to 26 health. And then the damage is 2 times 4 is 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm down to 26. Oh, no, hold on. 11. 5 of it goes here, which leaves 6. So I'm down to 31. So you can see the benefits of getting those outposts out that guard you. All right, it is now my turn. I've got 2 cards. Let me shuffle.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame Newsletter. Each week, the tabletop engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see. I got a scout. Scout. Oh, okay, here we go. 3 spend, 5 spend, 4 heal. I have no ally to get this. I only do 1 point of damage. Oh. All right, I might as well, I'll take the 4 heal, so that knocks me up to 35. The 2, 3, 4, 5 will give me this with 6 defense. I definitely want that. And the only thing I can do this round is 1 point of damage. So it goes down to 25. I refill this. Dreadnought. That's a great card. Unfortunately, I won't be able to afford it. This one goes here. Everything shifts. And this goes here. All right, good. It's a yellow, but it only has a cost of 1. The boss attacks with damage equal to 2 times this cost. So it does 2 damage to me, so I'm down to 33. But unfortunately, I have to discard 2 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what I got. All right, not going to discard that one. I'll discard 2 scouts. So this turn, I have no spend except 1. I could buy that one, which I'm going to do. It's a yellow, and I do have some yellow cards, so I want those ally bonuses. And then I have 1 damage, but I've got 5 shields. So I'll do the 1 damage, and that is that. All right. So this one goes up here. So it's automatically doing 5 damage, which is going to get rid of my battle station. Outpost. And then what's it going to do? It does, oh, there's that 8. Come on. Red, 2 times the cost of the highest. Oh, this one's good. Okay, hold on. It's 2 times the cost of the highest cost card in the row, which is the 8. Okay, so 2 times 8 is 16. 16 plus 5 is 21, so we'll eliminate that. And the 16 minus 33 is what, 17? I'm down to 17. It's winning again. All right, draw my 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 4 shield. I've got some allies here. And I've got 2 spin. If you played a base this turn, including this one, you may scrap a card in your hand or discard pile. I will scrap one of my scouts just to get it out of here so I don't get it again. And then this says I get to draw a card. Well, unfortunately, I don't have any cards to pull, so I get to shuffle. And I get some ally stuff here, which is good. Okay. All right, draw a card. Just a scout. Okay. So I've got 3 spin. I've got, and this one says target opponent discards a card. So you discard 1. Okay, that one goes away. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 damage. 9 against 24 knocks it down to 13. And that's all I can do. All right, these go into my discard. I've only got 4 defense here, so this could make or break me. So there are now 6 cards, and then this shifts down. And we've got a red. The boss attacks equal to 2 times the highest cost card. Well, I lose because the 2 times 8 is 16. The highest cost card is this one. It's 8. 8 plus 6 is 14. Actually, I don't lose. 14 minus the 4 means 10 points get through, so I am down to 7. Man, all right, I need to win this. Come on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I do 13 points of damage? Probably not. No, I cannot. I do 2 and discard a card. Okay, 2 points. It goes down to 11. And I don't have any shields, so I'm automatically dead based on what this is. The 4 cost cards will get me, well, it doesn't matter. I'll buy this one. And that is that. I did the damage. Now, again, I fill this. The highest cost card is the 8. So if I draw a red again, this goes up here, which is 7 damage, which is my health. So I've lost 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's a red card. The boss attacks with 2 times the highest cost, which is 16 plus 7 is 23. So it blows me out of the water. It's tough. It's a tough game. And if I play on expert mode or veteran, I go first, then the enemy. And if I play on expert, the boss goes first. So you can see how the game will get progressively harder. There's a little bit of luck here with how you draw the cards. Again, I keep drawing this 8 one or a high card with a red, which does double the cost of the highest card, which that's just killing me. That's killed me in both games. But it's still a very, very fun game. And if you like what you see, I definitely recommend you can just buy the core set, which is not very much. It comes in a little box about this big, and it comes with just the core rule games, but it's enough for you to play player versus player. And definitely you should try player versus player. I wish I could get my son down here to play a game with me, but he's at school. So that's why I chose to play the solo mode. But very fun game. Lots of ways to expand this game. Wise Wizard has a number of expansions for this game. They come in these little foil packs. And what they do is they add cards that like twist the game in certain ways. Like they have hero cards that you mix into the trade. And when you draw a hero, it has a cost. And you can buy that hero. And the heroes usually give you a special ability when you discard them. It's like you're sacrificing them in battle. But that ability is usually something pretty powerful. They have these things called Gambit cards. Again, the Gambit cards, I believe the way you do that is you shuffle the Gambit deck. It's not a big deck. You shuffle it. Each player draws 2 or 3 cards, and then you pick one, and you keep it hidden. And the Gambit is like a strategy you can play at a certain point in the game. You just play the card, and it has some really cool effect on the game. But your opponent has one too, so you got to keep that in mind. What else is there? There are more boss-type cards for solo play or cooperative play. There are new factions, not new factions, there are faction cards that combine colors. Like you can pick a card and it'll have blue and red. So it's like that ship is under control by 2 factions. And you get the ally bonus as long as you play one of those colors. Then when you play that card that has the 2 factions, if you have that color already out, you get the bonus. It's a really cool game. There's a lot of variability to it, a lot of upgrades to it. But what I most like about it, and the reason I started playing it so long ago, was this. It is not it's not a game like Magic or something where you get random cards when you buy packs. Every box is identical. There's no risk of your opponent having some super powerful card that you never have the chance to buy or get in your own deck. So if that appeals to you, this kind of game you might enjoy it, just because to me it just feels like when you sit down to play an opponent, you have just as much of a chance to win as they do. It really comes down to skill and tactics and stuff like that. One last thing, Wise Wizard Games also has what they call Hero Realms. Hero Realms is a fantasy version of this game. You play a hero like a fighter or a cleric or a thief. You have a special character. The trade is a bunch of things there's factions. It's just like this. It's just skinned differently. The rules are 99% identical. You have a discard deck. Instead of explorers, you have crystals or fire. I can't remember what it is. They give you 2. Again, it's just a reskinned Star Realms, but it's a fantasy version. I like both of them. I play both of them, and maybe I'll get out Hero Realms and play a solo game for that in an upcoming video. All right, that's all I got. This is Star Realms. I will put a link in the video description below where you can go get more information and also get the game if you like it. I'll be back soon with another game demo, some of the games I have in my collection that I've never played before. I'm trying to get those, not played before, but never videoed before. I'm trying to play those and show you how they play so that you can maybe find a new game that you enjoy. All right, that's all I got. This is Jim the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me as I played through Star Realms. I'll see you in an upcoming video very soon. Until then, take care.